Davey, a disappointing defeat at Fir Park this afternoon. Give us your take on that one.
Disappointed with the manner we lost the game, because I felt we lost the game through a bad refereeing decision. But did we deserve to take much more for the game? I'm not sure we did, Dave. Again, if you probably came away with 0-0 there, you'd have probably took it. Both teams would have taken it. But I think over the piece, I thought Motherwell had more hunger than us today. Don't know, we just looked a wee bit lethargic today, a wee bit passive, on and off the ball. I tried to stick with the shape that's got us a wee bit of success over the last 2-3 games. I was playing it in my head all week, and I felt I should have changed the shape coming into this game, but by changing the shape, it probably had to change the personnel within the shape. I didn't want to do that. I think the boys that had been playing well deserve to keep the jersey, because they were the ones that got us that success. But I think me no changing the team tweaked it slightly in the first half to try and get a foothold back in the game. I think we allowed Motherwell far too easy possession in their own half, far too easy. And we were going to lose a goal if we continued to give them so much possession. So I think I've got to take a wee bit of responsibility there, because I had a gut feeling going into the game that I should have changed the shape, but to change the shape, I really needed to change the personnel. And I never. But in saying that, to lose the game in the manner that we've lost the game is really disappointing.
Liam Kelly only really had one probably half save of note in the entire game. Is that probably one of the most disappointing factors for yourself in terms of not testing the back line enough?
Yeah, I think that came for the shape, but I also think you could probably say the same thing for Shamal. Don't think Shamal had a lot to do. As much as we probably gave them easy possession in their own half, the first half, I don't think Shamal had anything to do. But I just thought we were really lethargic, really passive off the ball. No like us, never put our energy into the game, and that's where we get with success. Just thought we struggled in the first half, albeit Shamal never had a lot to do. Second half, when we're chasing the game, you're a wee bit more open and you give a wee bit more on the counter away. Shamal again never really had too much to do, did he? Can't remember him pulling off what I'd call a good save. There was a couple into his arms, but that was about it. But nothing really any significance. Change of shape, and Dillon goes on. I think we actually get in behind him on one occasion, but you can see what he's bringing to it. He's going to get at the full back, he's going to get at the back four, giving a wee bit more intensity, 1v1s against the back four. But again, only lasts for 12 minutes. He gets probably a booking he has to take. The first one's a yellow, it's probably a professional foul, promising attack. These promising attacks always seem to get yellows against us, but I never get them for us. Last week with Nicky Devlin with the header, remember, and he's going away, that wasn't a promising attack, but that was in the final for. So he gives away a foul on the halfway line, really. It's a yellow. And then I think he's a wee bit naive going into the next challenge because it shows his studs. But I don't know where that was in relation to the opponent and the ball, but I think he's a wee bit naive going into that. But I'd had him in the office telling him I needed a wee bit more from him on bowling off the ball. He probably took that at face value and he's gone in for tackles. He probably wouldn't have went in for previously, but because I've gave him a wee bit during the week telling him I need more from him, he's probably went out with that message in his head. But I think he's got to have a wee bit naive there, especially when you're on a yellow card. So he's on the park for 12 minutes. So you don't really get to gauge properly the difference that change of personnel and change of shapes had in the game. And then we're down to 10 men and you're up against it at that point, are you? But I thought we then showed a wee bit more energy and desire to go and try and get an equaliser when the chips were against us, but we really needed to be showing that energy and desire with 11 men on the park, no way 10.
Obviously being down to 10 men makes a tough job even tougher, but being a goal behind already on the goal, what's your view on the penalty? Do you think there's a handball there?
No, I don't think it's there. I spoke to Christian, the view we've got, the ball comes in the box and Christian's in the front area and he pulls his hand away and he pushes his chest onto the ball, and you can see by the trajectory of the ball, the way it goes out, that it's not a handball. You can also see his arm at that point, and the ball doesn't strike his arm at any point. So I think you can tell that that's our view from behind. I thought Nick, it was a pause, and I'm thinking, well, Nick's not gave the penalty, because if it was Nick, he'd have blew straight away surely for the penalty. And then there was about a maybe 8-second pause, and then we've got a penalty against us. So it's got to have been the linesman who's looking along the line of the ball, but I think he's got that one wrong. I spoke about it earlier. I think we need, sooner we get VAR into Scottish football, the better. Still to wait for one of these decisions to come out in our favour, if I'm honest. It seems to always go against us. It seems to always be standing here talking about VAR. VAR, we can't wait to get VAR, we can't wait to get VAR, but we get very, very few of these decisions go our way, it seems.
Obviously, it's not went the way we'd have liked. We spoke about it during the week, but Scott Pittman officially breaks the club record for most appearances for Livingston. Just a wee word on that achievement.
Nah, I think wee Pitts has been brilliant. Disappointed again, obviously we want to win the game of football, but for the wee man to break his record in the manner of our performance, disappointing to be fair. But it's not about just that. Obviously we want to win every game of football, but he's been magnificent for the club. I think probably for pound, it's debatable, but probably been the best signing the club's ever had, if I'm honest. So delighted for him. Just disappointed in the manner of the result. I think a 0-0 probably been a fairer reflection of the game. Disappointed in the result and disappointed that we couldn't take points away from here today.
Obviously no easy ones in the Premiership, but next up a trip to Pittodrie, take on Aberdeen. Another tough one next weekend.
Tough games. Like you're looking at Motherwell and it's a team that we're probably capable of coming picking points up. Aberdeen are still in a wee bit of a transitional stage, but you look at the next 4 games, albeit one's a cup, you've got a really difficult fixture list coming out. You're looking at Aberdeen, Hearts, Dundee United, Celtic. Is that the next 4? I think it is, albeit Dundee United's in the cup. So we've got a difficult schedule. Again, we've picked up, quite happy with the points we've picked up, to be fair. The day should be another point on the board for us. It's just disappointing how we lost the game today.